Welcome back, high level listeners, to another English vocabulary podcast for our intermediate and advanced English students. Today's episode will not only be great for learning new vocabulary, but it'll also help your fluency if you follow along using this one special tip from us at High Level Listening.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back. We're Kat and Mark with High Level Listening, and we're both American and British English teachers with over 14 years of experience teaching English students of all ages and all levels.
Today, we want to help you speak faster and much more fluently with shadowing in English.
So, shadowing helps you take your skills to the next level by repeating what someone says while they're saying it at the same speed as the speaker.
So it is repeating, but you're trying to do it as fast as you can and kind of on top of the other person speaking, right? Okay, let's show you a quick example. Mark's going to
Mark's
follow
going to
along with
follow
me
along with
and
me
try to
and
repeat
try to repeat everything I'm
as fast
saying
as he
as fast as he can.
So
Did I do
yes,
it? Was
it
that
is
good?
meant to go at the same time, and it's meant to go a little bit faster than just repeating.
Yes, so you can try it in our class, and you can also check out our complete English listening guide, and you can follow along with us, and that will make shadowing a bit easier because you will have the PDF transcripts with every line, and you'll have MP3s that you can shadow along with. There's also extra exercises in there, and you can see all of those in the link in the description below.
All right, so let's check out our shadowing and vocabulary stories for today. We're going to be making plans with friends. So, this will be scheduling and organizing our lives so that we can meet up with people, schedule appointments, and make sure we don't forget anything.
Yes, okay, so like usual, Kat will share her story first. What does your schedule look like this week?
I'm slammed this week. I attempted to make plans with a friend last week to catch up over coffee, but I just don't think it's going to happen. We've been back and forth all week trying to book a time, and in the end, I might have overbooked myself without meaning to. I really got to start writing things down instead of thinking I have a really good memory. Okay, so don't worry if you didn't catch everything. We are going to go back through it. Let me ask Mark a question for his side of the story. What about you, Mark? What are you up to this week?
A friend of mine is in town this weekend, so we've made plans to get together and have him over for dinner. The rest of the week is fairly quiet. Wait, I do have one work thing one night during the week, but apart from that, if you wanted to meet up at some point, I'd be up for that, even if it's just a quick hello. Okay, so those are both of our stories. Like Kat said, don't worry if you didn't catch everything. We're about to go back through them line by line. But this time we'll show it like it's a full conversation. That way you can hear the entire story a couple of times and you can see how it would be used in a chat in real natural English. So, Kat, what's your schedule like this week?
I'm slammed this week.
Oh, what do you have going on?
Well, I attempted to make plans with a friend last week to catch up over coffee, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, okay. Why can't you catch up with your friend?
Well, we've been back and forth all week trying to book a time, and in the end, I might have overbooked myself without meaning to.
Okay, yeah, I do that all the time.
I really got to start writing things down instead of thinking I have a really good memory. Okay, so let's go back to the very beginning. And what Mark's going to do is he's going to help you with the shadowing by repeating the question twice. And then I will say my answer twice. And then I'll also give you a couple of tips for the vocabulary as well. So let's get started.
What's your schedule like this week? What's your schedule like this week?
I'm slammed this week. I'm slammed this week. So if I say I'm slammed, SLAMMED, that means I'm very, very busy. All right. I'm slammed this week.
The next question I asked Kat was, what do you have going on? What do you have going on?
I attempted to make plans with a friend last week to catch up over coffee, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I attempted to make plans with a friend last week to catch up over coffee, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, kind of the simple idea for this sentence is I tried to make plans with a friend and I don't think I can. I don't think the plans are happening. So I attempted to make plans. That means I tried. I maybe called her, I texted her, I messaged her, I attempted to make plans. And remember, we say make plans, not do. We use make. With a friend last week to catch up over coffee. To catch up with somebody is to find out all the new things that are happening in their lives. So if I catch up over coffee, that means it kind of sounds like over this time and physically also over a cup of coffee, but it's more about the time over dinner. Maybe we can catch up over dinner, or maybe we can catch up over the weekend when we go on vacation together. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it is going to happen. It is going to happen. It's gonna happen. I just don't think it's going to happen.
So the next question I asked Kat, oh no, why can't you catch up with your friend? Oh no, why can't you catch up with your friend?
We've been back and forth all week trying to book a time, and in the end, I might have overbooked myself without meaning to. We've been back and forth all week trying to book a time, and in the end, I might have overbooked myself without meaning to. All right, kind of a simplified idea is we have been texting and replying, texting and replying. So we've been back and forth all week. We have been back and forth. We could say we've been texting back and forth. We've been talking back and forth. But if we just say we've been back and forth, maybe I was calling her, she was replying, then I was texting her, then I was doing this. So we've been back and forth all week trying to book a time. When you book a time, we usually use this for making reservations, book a restaurant, book a table. But it can also just mean schedule, to book a time, kind of choose a time, write it down in our calendar. And in the end, I might have overbooked myself without meaning to. So all of
See?
this, I don't know. Yes, maybe. Let's do this. Oh, in the end, meaning finally. I may have, or I might have, meaning I did, but I'm trying to sound polite. I might have done something bad. I might have overbooked myself. If you overbook yourself, that means that you booked two things at the same time. Oops, maybe I have a doctor's appointment at the same time I'm supposed to catch up with my friend. So I've overbooked myself. I have scheduled too many things without meaning to, meaning I wasn't trying to be mean. Oh, it had just happened, right? All the back and forth, I just forget.
And then the last thing I said to Kat was, I do that all the time. Oh, I do that all the time.
I really got to start writing things down instead of thinking I have a really good memory. I kind of do this all the time. So I really got to start writing things down. Now, it's kind of interesting because I gotta do this is actually I have got to. It's actually a much more common way to say I must, right? We don't usually say I must very often. It sounds a little formal. I have really got to. It turns into I I dropped the have. I really gotta. I really gotta start writing things down. I must start writing things down. I really gotta start writing things down. Now it's funny, writing, you can be writing, but writing things down sounds like I'm making a note, right? I'm putting it in my calendar. I'm writing it down instead of thinking I have a really good memory. When we use the word instead, right now, I think I have a really good memory, but instead, I should be writing these things down. Okay. So right now, I think, oh, I have a good memory. I'll remember that. But in reality, I don't.
Oh, well, if you're so busy with all your friends, no wonder you forget your coffee
No.
appointments, friends catch up, doctors.
All the
It's a lot
back
of
and
things
forth.
to remember.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So we're all finished with my side. So if you are looking to shadow Mark with his British accent, this would be a good time to start practicing. Hey, Mark, what are you up to this week?
A friend of mine's in town this weekend.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, so we've made plans to get together and have him over for dinner.
Oh, that sounds nice. What about the rest of the week?
The rest of the week is fairly quiet. Oh, wait, I do have a work thing one night during the week, but apart from that,
Oh, well, maybe we can meet up sometime then.
yeah, if you wanted to meet up at some point, I'd be up for that, even if it's just a quick hello. Okay, so just like before, we'll go back to the start of the conversation and we'll give you a chance to practice the shadowing. We'll repeat all of the questions and answers twice and see if you can follow along with us at the same time. Also, feel free to go back a few seconds in the video and listen to it 2, 3, or more times to practice your shadowing.
So, Mark, what are you up to this week? So, Mark, what are you up to this week?
A friend of mine's in town this weekend. A friend of mine's in town this weekend. So, a friend of mine's in town. A friend of mine is in town. A friend of mine, I could say a friend is in town. A friend of mine sounds like maybe Kat doesn't know who this is, or maybe it's not important and I don't need to explain who it is. A friend of mine, maybe not one of your friends, but a friend of mine, is in town. In town means they're visiting. And even if I live in a big city, I would still say, oh, my friend's in town this weekend. They don't normally live in the same place, but they're visiting. Maybe they're on a trip. Maybe they've come just to see me. But if they're in town, they are in the same place as me, whether you live in a small place or a big city. So a friend of mine's in town this weekend.
That sounds fun. Oh, that sounds fun.
So we've made plans to get together and have him over for dinner. So we've made plans to get together and have him over for dinner. Okay, so me and my friend, we've made plans. Maybe it took a couple of days. We were talking or going back and forth, like Kat said. We've made plans, and now we know what we're doing. We've made plans to get together. To get together is a much friendlier way to say meet. If I say meet, we could be talking about business or work, but we're meeting to have fun, to catch up. So we have plans to get together. So we've made plans to get together and have him over for lunch. Oh, sorry, have him over for dinner. This might be a strange phrase and it could be more British. Have him over for dinner. When I told Kat this before the episode, she thought it sounded like we're going to eat my friend because he's for dinner.
No. But yeah, it's kind of the grammar's kind of funny, right? The grammar's funny.
Yeah, right. But I'm going to have him over. That means I'm going to invite him and cook for him, and we'll share a meal together. We'll share dinner together. You can even say it to someone directly. Say, oh, I want to have you over for dinner. Or, oh, we could have you over for lunch. And that means come to my house, I'll cook, and we'll eat together. So sometimes my mum does this. She has her neighbours over for dinner. Or she has her neighbours over for tea. They just drink some tea and chat and catch up.
All right. My next question is, well, what about the rest of the week? Well, what about the rest of the week?
The rest of the week is fairly quiet. Oh, wait, I do have a work thing one night during the week, but apart from that, the rest of the week is fairly quiet. Oh, wait, I do have a work thing one night during the week, but apart from that, so the rest of the week is fairly quiet. It is fairly quiet. It's quite quiet. I don't have a lot of other things planned. Oh, wait, I do have a work thing. So I said my week is quiet, but oh, actually, I have something to do. So these things are opposites. And when they're opposites, I say, I do. I do have. I say, oh, I don't know. Oh, I do know this one person. So if you say two things that are completely opposite, you can show that and say do before the verb. So I do have a work thing, actually. A work thing is a casual way to talk about some kind of work-related event. It could be some after-work meeting. It could be a little party. It could be a celebration of some kind. Maybe someone's leaving or retiring and we're going to say goodbye. If you don't want to talk about it and it's not interesting for the other person, a work thing. I do have a work thing one night during the week, but apart from that, it's usually the start of a phrase. There's usually more after these words, but I'm thinking about my schedule and apart from that, that's the only thing I have to do. A lot of native speakers will just finish with this phrase because they're thinking and speaking at the same time. They're like, well, I do have a meeting at 5, but apart from that, that means I'm free after that. I don't have anything else apart from that.
Okay, so maybe we can meet up then. Oh, okay, so maybe we can meet up then.
If you wanted to meet up at some point, I'd be up for that, even if it's just a quick hello. If you wanted to meet up at some point, I'd be up for that, even if it's just a quick hello. So if you wanted to meet up, I'm saying meet up because it's friendlier. We always use a phrasal verb when it's a bit more friendly. If you want to meet, again, that could sound like we're talking about work or we're talking about something more serious. Meet up sounds like we're chatting. We're just sharing stories, we're making jokes, and we're having fun. So if you wanted to meet up at some point is any time in the near future. Kat knows that I have a friend coming over this weekend, but at some point could be before or after. Anytime, I'd be up for that. I would be up for that. I think this might be British because if I'm up for something, then I'm excited to do it. No, would you say I'd be down for that in the US?
I'd be up for that. I'd be down for that. Absolutely. I'm down. I wouldn't say I'm up, but I could say like I'm down for that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
It's like I'm down. I'm down. I could go. Yeah, I'll go. Let's go. We should do it.
So I'd be up for that. I'd be interested in that. I'd be keen to do that. I'd be up for that, even if it's just a quick hello. So a quick hello. This is like a quick meeting, a quick get together, a quick hello. So maybe I'll see Kat in a coffee shop and we'll chat for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then go. That is a quick hello. We had a quick hello. Or so-and-so came over to say a quick hello and then went off. So yeah, if you meet someone very quickly, just to catch up a little bit, that can be a quick hello.
All right. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining us today. We hope you got a chance to practice shadowing us in English. And remember, the more you practice, the easier it will be.
Yes, and to make your shadowing experience even easier, we do have our complete English listening guide with the PDF transcripts. There's over 100 topics in there, and there's more than 2,000 words and phrases and grammar points for you to shadow along. You can get that in the description below.
And we really do love to hear from our students. We love reading your kind words, stories, and your suggestions. We love to see you practicing, and we love answering questions if you have any. So really don't hesitate to reach out to us with a comment below. We really do like reading them.
Yes, absolutely. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you soon for another episode here on High Level Listening. Bye-bye.